for tuning in once again. This is the Lockdown Therapy brought to you by myself, Mrs. Claud. Now, today we are going to talk about something very interesting, and I believe we are going to cover very many people. Now, we are going to look at the work status of people in the lockdown today. We are trying to give a way forward after the lockdown, but of course you have to do something during the lockdown so that it's way better later. We are looking at the employed, the unemployed, and the self-employed or the business owners. Today we are giving way forward. Now with me today I have a guest, and maybe you already know, maybe you don't, but we have Mr. Kasozi joining us.
Hey,
How are you, sir?
wonderful.
Really?
Yes.
Yes, we are having a specialist, I call him. So please talk about yourself, tell us who you are, where are you coming from, and we can start from there.
Okay. Should I talk about my cultural background?
Let's know your name first.
Okay. My name is Kasozi Claudio, and I'm married to the beautiful Mrs. Claud.
That's me!
Yeah, and I'm an entrepreneur by profession. I did a bachelor's degree at MOOCs, Entrepreneurship and Business Management, and proud to say that I'm really an entrepreneur.
You are an entrepreneur. An entrepreneur.
It's entrepreneur.
Oh, entrepreneur.
Uh-huh.
So, Mr. Kasozi, what do you prefer to be called, by the way?
Mr. Kasozi.
Or Mr. Rema? Or
LOL.
Okay,
You call me
guys.
Mr. Kasozi.
Alright, Mr. Kasozi.
Uh-huh.
Okay, Mr. Kasozi, you say you are an entrepreneur.
Yeah.
How long have you been in business? Are you in business, by the way? How long have you been there? Let's us get to know. You know, we usually want to know if the person talking we can trust.
Oh, my wife. Basically, I have been in business for like half my life.
Half.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it is this period at home when we were growing up. I think like most of, just like how African parents are, it was like working was like a chore at home, and every child had to go for work.
What work, if I may ask?
Basically dealing in trade kind of businesses, merchandise, selling goods.
You used to work from home, or I don't know.
Sometimes we work from home, basically when we are doing packaging. Yeah, because there are some shirts we used to pack from home to be sold the next day at work. So basically it was sometimes work from home, then the other time work at the shop.
Okay. So basically you are a professional entrepreneur. You said you went to MOOCs.
Yes.
Bachelor's in entrepreneurship.
Yeah.
Should we also say you are an entrepreneur by birth because you've done it like half your life? I wonder how old you are. Anyway, so Mr. Kasozi, we are looking at the unemployed. We are looking at the employed. By employed, we mean the people that have paid employment. Yes, they have a boss and someone gives them a salary or a wage. We also have the business entrepreneurs who are also the self-employed. And we are trying to get way forward for them. You and I know that the lockdown or the COVID pandemic has really affected all these phases of people, or all these categories of people. So probably someone is at home and they are, I don't know, they have no way forward. They don't even have an idea of how to go on.
Curious.
Yes. So we thought would have you, a specialist entrepreneur by birth and profession and decent, to please help them a way forward to these people.
Yeah. Now, first of all, I would like to define these three categories of people that you've mentioned.
Okay.
I would begin with the self-employed people, the business people. Now, these are people that have they have businesses. They are their own bosses. Everyone wants to be their own boss. Trust me. Yeah? You know how I am. So these are people that they own businesses. They get their own pay from their own business that they started. Some of them inherited, some of them are started from scratch, and then some of them they are bought. So basically, that is the person that is self-employed, they're their own boss. And then the employed people, I call them the paid employed, paid employment. They're underpaid employment. So these kinds of people, they have a boss, and sometimes they sign contracts. So they have a salary at the end of the month. And then when you look at some that don't have contracts, they earn wages. So you're earning from a person, you do a kind of work in a day or a month, and then you're paid a wage or a salary. So that is a paid employment.
So when we have some examples of those, we have the accountants, probably the just shop attendants, all those.
Yeah, we could have luggage carriers that are paid a wage. We can have these people that fry chapatis and then they're paid 10K per day. And then we have the layman. We can have these guys that carry rubbish, collect rubbish around the village. There are those that carry water for people, and then they are paid a wage. And then we have the professionals, of course, the bankers, the tellers, we have the accountants, we have the teachers, we have the lecturers. All those people, they're paid a salary and they're on a contract. Yeah, the TV presenters, all those people. Now, the other category is the unemployed. Wow. Now, I will not go into statistics because
you look sad when you mention unemployed.
Because the level of unemployment around the world is so huge.
Okay.
Yeah, and it is so saddening because when you're unemployed, it's like you're hopeless. Yeah. Defining it is these are the kinds of people that they are willing to work. They want to work, but unfortunately, they are not able to find a job.
They're not able, or they have not yet found.
They have not yet found.
Okay.
Yeah, some have tried to send their applications to different companies. Some have tried here and there to get employment, but unfortunately they fail. Actually, if you look at these people, most times they are the ones that come out to be entrepreneurs. Okay, I'll not call them entrepreneurs. That's a huge word to describe them. These are people that come out to try out different businesses so as to survive.
Oh, because they are in a free state of, I have no job, I'm not so busy, so they have a lot of time to create something for them to. Yeah. And that means they end up being self-employed?
Yeah, they end up being self-employed if they're successful.
Okay.
Yep. So that looking at the three, and that's how I've broken them down. That's how I've described them. And when you look at currently what is happening in the country and all over the world, those three sectors are struggling a lot. And many of us are into those three sectors. Let me see. Is there anyone that is outside that bracket? Maybe, unless you're minor.
Because if you are a boss, you're in that sector. If you are unemployed, you probably just graduated recently or just lost your job. You're unemployed, you're still in, and then all those that are still having jobs are unemployed. So all for unemployed.
Except the minor. So I want to advise the three sectors using my specialty as an entrepreneur. I've been so lucky to have practiced entrepreneurship for a long period of time. Even when I was in school, I got so privileged to practice it. Even when I didn't know that I'm doing entrepreneurship,
you were doing it.
I was doing it.
Okay.
So I'm going to advise these three sectors using the knowledge of entrepreneurship and my experiences. First, I want the three to sit down and do a self-evaluation. Yeah, a self-evaluation. Look through yourself. the first question that you should ask yourself, do you know you? Okay?
Do you know you?
Are we together?
Yes.
Do you know you? So, I would like to break that down into 3 categories of people.
Please go on.
Entrepreneurs, usually, everyone may call themselves an entrepreneur because they have started a business here and there. But I want to break the 3 categories of an entrepreneur to these kinds of people so that they could reflect and they understand which category they are so that they can seek help where need be.
Okay.
All right? One, I want us to look at, we are going to look at a creator.
A creator.
Yep. We are going to look at a builder and we are going to look at an operator. So every entrepreneur or every person is divided into those 3. And every person is lying into one of those 3 categories. Now, let me just break it down so that people understand it better. The creator is the person that is always beaming with ideas. They always have a lot of them.
Business ideas.
Exactly, business ideas. Where everywhere they look, every corner they look at, they are looking at business ideas. And when you just sit this person down, you ask them, you talk to them, they tell you, oh, you can do this kind of business, you can do this kind of business, you can do this kind of business. And every situation for them, they come up with business ideas.
Okay.
All right? So that is a creator. But unfortunately, this person, it is very hard for them to set on one project.
Okay.
To sit down and say, okay, I have this business idea, I'm so much attached to it, I want it to develop, I want it to grow. They do not have that push. So you'll find them moving from one project to the other.
Oh, so those are the people that like I have a friend. Today you hear he's doing this, and then the next day he's like, I had it maize, there is money. So then they go get it maize. And then before you know it, oh, now I want to buy saloons. Those are the people.
Yes, those are the people. So they never settle on a certain project. But they are always filled with a lot of enthusiasm about these ideas that they create, that they think about. Now that is a creator. Now, when they put the creator aside, we have the builder. Okay? I think some people have built before, directly and indirectly. Builders always, we all know builders that they bring a house from the ground, put the first brick to roofing, finishing, furnishing and all that. So that is a builder in entrepreneurship. They always get one idea and then build it. These guys are always anxious to win. They always want to see this business grow. So they're winners. They want to push their employees. They motivate them just to see results.
So they are result oriented.
Yeah, exactly. And when the business is moving, like thriving, growing, when they sit back and relax,
they are satisfied.
taking an ice cold mineral water, and they'll be like, yeah, that is my satisfaction. Now, those are builders. Now, when you look at the operators, lately, like when you look at like 20 years ago, there is a post that was put up in businesses. They put up an office that employed an operations manager. Yeah. An operations manager makes sure that everything around the business is moving smoothly. So an operator is a person that puts processes and procedures into the business.
Okay. So that means an operator really, they are so, I don't know, they look out to having a process and procedure. They want to know who does this, who does the other, what happens after this.
Yeah.
Who,
Yeah, you got it. So these people, they have the right system for a business to move. And we know that for any business to move and grow, and also they look long term. Where shall we be in the next 20 years? What kind of administration shall we have? What kind of product shall we be producing? What systems do we need to push us to the next 10 years? Those are the operators.
I see. So the builder and the operator, what's the difference? What's the difference? Could it be that a builder is just result oriented? I want to see this done. They want to see good results out of everything. They don't care how.
They are satisfied with growth.
They don't care how you get the growth. I want the growth.
Yes.
And so the operator, what is in it, what happens when this happens. For example, let's say biscuit. Who does
the mingling,
and then who does the packaging, then who does the delivery. That's an operator.
Yeah.
And then the builder wants to see
growth.
How much money did we get out?
Profits.
Okay.
Also, when you look at the operator, layman's language, this is the person that wants to know who is doing this, who is doing this. Let's say if he wants to know the right distribution channel that is needed in an industry, let's say for the biscuit industry that you started, they want to know the right system, administration flow, how is it flowing, top management, is there a communication channel, is there a flow, are the workers happy? They're just obsessed with systems. Those are the operators.
Mr. Kasozi, now you said that we all fall under these three.
Yeah.
How would you advise an unemployed person, someone that has no job, but they are willing to probably work, get money, and get survival? How do you advise such a person? Which way forward are you giving a person like that now?
Wow, thank you. So, an unemployed person, first of all, disclaimer. Whatever we are saying here, you may have heard it somewhere. All over YouTube, there are very many videos that talk about business startups, business advice, and all that. They may have attended a certain seminar, and then they were taught about business startup, business planning, business what.
Yes.
But either way, for me, I believe that whatever we say here is going to change their lives.
Let's find out.
So, for an unemployed person, first of all, I would first ask them to reflect through themselves, to find out who they are really. When they look at these three people, creator, operator, builder, who are they? Like I asked the question before, do you know you? Because after knowing you, it will help you realize what kind of business you can do. Because even these businesses that we do on a daily, basically, if you do a business that really suits your personality, it becomes fun and so wonderful.
Once you identify who you are.
Yes. So once you identify who you are, then you look through you again for the different ideas. Some people call it concept generation. You want a business. You want to start up a business. Our friends call me on a daily and they ask me, oh, help me with some business ideas. What business do you think I can do? What business? But basically, if I tell you what business you can do and you do it and it doesn't turn out, who do you blame? So, this is the importance of looking through yourself. And it is so wonderful if you pick out a business that lies in your passion. Once you pick a business that lies in your passion, even if it fails, you cannot stop because you love it.
You still come back and stand and push.
Exactly.
Because you love what you're doing.
Yeah.
But now you said we have the idea generating people,
the creators.
The creators. Does that mean that for example, I have a friend that one time told me I have 20 million, but I do not know what to do. The only thing they knew was I want to do business. I want to multiply the money. Yes, and this person did not know what to invest in. Is that normal? Like, I have the money, I want to multiply it, I want to invest it somewhere, but is it normal for me to ask someone, what should I use the money for? What should I invest in?
Yeah, it is very normal.
Okay.
And such people are very, very common. And they're everywhere around the world.
Because they are not creators.
Yeah, they aren't creators.
So I can ask someone else to help me with a business idea so that I can invest in it and then it works out.
Yes.
Sounds like it's best to get partnerships.
Yeah, you could get partnerships or buy businesses that are thriving.
Okay.
Yeah. You could turn out to be a business angel. Yeah.
Business angel?
Yeah.
Please talk about
Business angels, they are people that are rich, they have money. So they just... Have you heard of Dangote? That is Diamond's that. Come on!
So it's Dangote.
Dangote is one of the richest, if not the richest, guys in Africa. He's a Nigerian.
Okay.
Yes. Now Dangote is like a business angel. If you read about his biography...
Mr. Kasozi,
Yes.
I'm unemployed. Most likely I don't even have money. Really, I can't, refer myself to that Dangote already.
But
please calm down.
okay,
Calm down.
I was just giving.
Calm down.
I was just giving an example to that person that has 20 million. What can they do, or is it normal for them to?
Or you said they can buy a business.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So now someone that is not employed. I'm not employed, but okay, probably I have an opportunity. Probably my mother can raise me some money. Are we there? Probably my mother can raise me some money. Yeah. So to start up something, maybe would you? Because looking at the situation in the nation today, really the truth is, people are all struggling. Even the business owners are struggling. Now the people that are unemployed, they want to apply to get jobs from people that are also struggling. Now these people that are struggling have had are laying people off. Not because they are bad people, but because in order to let their businesses thrive, they have to cut the costs. Yes?
Sure.
So if they're cutting costs, sometimes they will also lay off some people so that they cut on the money that goes out into salaries. I've had companies that are actually joining. If you've been a receptionist, they are laying you off because the accountant can actually do the accounting from the reception desk.
The accountant can multitask.
Yes. So they're making people multitask.
Okay.
So if you are there and you are going to apply to look for a job in a company that is laying off, that doesn't look like there is hope. So I guess now people have to get more creative.
Yes.
Look at the situation happening around in the country so that they, get to create things.
They should study the environment.
Study the environment.
Yeah. In educational entrepreneurship, when they are teaching in schools, that is a step in idea creation. Like, you have to study the environment. You do not just enter something. You have to first study the environment so that you can get, it's basically market research, and you get your niche. So when you get your niche, then you know where you want to deal, or what you want to deal with.
Okay, let's leave those people alone now. Let us look at the business owner. You have a business, right?
Yes.
So what would you advise the people that are business owners? Of course, they are also struggling in this season. Actually, most of them have closed down their businesses in their home.
True.
Yeah, and then some of them are actually still working, but now we have transportation costs. You have to get a bus, transport the workers, take them back. Now by SOPs, those are all costs coming in. However, the clientele is really dropping because even the people that still have money are holding on to each time. They're like, you never know the lockdown might over. I cannot start spending money on KFC. I cannot start spending money on.
I had a rumor that is going for 6 months. I don't know if it's valid.
Anyways,
Alright.
we keep praying it
Yeah,
doesn't go
yeah.
that far. Otherwise, we might even fail to have money for that one now. But anyway,
And people won't subscribe.
and people might not even subscribe. Please
Uh-huh.
subscribe to the channel before data is